So it's been a few weeks since I've put one of these out, so yeah, just a little update video, bit of context to the plans we're going to do over the next 3 to 12 months. Today is March the 10th. We're currently on the way back down on the famous Hooker Valley track on the South Island of New Zealand. I'm sure I'll do a little montage. It's quite windy, so I'm not sure if I'll continue up here. It might be quite patchy, but if it is, I'll do the rest back at the van. Anyway, as I said, we're just on the way back down from the Hooker Lake track, Glacier Lake at the top. Really nice. We saw quite a big iceberg break off in the lake. Wish we got it in video, but I think some things are just not made for video. But yeah, just coming on to talk about the plans we've got in the next 3 to 12 months. Jumping over to Australia, some coaching stuff, training stuff, and yeah, keep you in the loop really. It's a bit sketchy. But yeah, I just wanted to, first thing that I wanted to touch on really is about a new coach. I was planning on getting a new coach maybe 3-4 months when the structure's a bit better. But yeah, it just made sense to kind of bite the bullet and get one now. We're kind of starting a new block of training, so I think it just made sense to get started with a coach really. The coach's name is Dan. He runs a page and a group coaching group called Club Co-Action. He was first introduced to me through a mutual friend who races triathlon as well, a lot better than me. Shout out Jake. But yeah, introduced through them, and I've been kind of keeping an eye on the last year or so how they've been doing. But yeah, it looks like they've got a great setup. So I'm in the second week now. It's always a good initially, just because of the change in the structure. It's something new. Really enjoying the sessions, and it's makes it good. I don't have to plan sessions anymore, so that's kind of one stress out of the
More time
way.
with me?
Yeah. But yeah, it's more structured now, so I kind of know what I'm doing for the next 2-3 weeks. Obviously that's quite flexible to change, but yeah, I don't have to look too far ahead and plan too far ahead. But the second thing I wanted to look at and touch on was the plans in the next 3 to 12 months. Obviously it's cooling down here in New Zealand. It's March at the moment, so we're just on the back end of the good weather. I mean, today was a nice day. It was about 23, 24. But yeah, it feels hotter because of the UV index here, but anyway, yeah, we're on the back end.
Right.
Yeah, we're on the back end of the hot weather. So we're planning on going over to Australia in the next couple of months. We were originally planning on going to Australia in June, but just due to the weather, and we've got round islands a lot quicker than we thought we would, so we'll probably go over early if the weather's going that way anyway. But yeah, we're probably going over to somewhere like Sydney, on that southeast coast. Probably look for a job over there and get some structure and routine together, so I could probably train a bit better, and yeah, we'll be a bit more settled in. Probably be a bit warmer. I don't think Sydney gets too cold even in their winters, so yeah, we're planning to go over there. Then I have got some races in September, October, November, so it's quite a late kind of bunch of races kind of crammed together. The first one in September I think I'm gonna do is the Sunshine Coast 70.3, which is the main, I think, A race, depending on where the World Championship is next year. Hopefully I can get a slot for that if it makes sense. The second one is the Wollongong Triathlon World Cup, which is Olympic distance. Never kind of represented GB before, so that'll be just a kind of experience race, just there to have fun and hopefully do well. The last one is the one I'm looking forward to probably the most, just because of the reputation that it's got in Noosa Triathlon.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have your mum there.
Yeah, I've got some family coming over, and her friend coming over to watch, and let's spend some time with those over those 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, big up Sandra and Leslie.
Yeah. But yeah, just because of the reputation, it usually sells out every year within a week. But yeah, I managed to get on the start line for that one, and then hopefully just can find something in between. I know that's a long way from now till then, so maybe not a triathlon, maybe just like a half marathon, or some open water racing, that kind of stuff. I know Australia's quite big on that, so I'm sure there'll be no shortages of races there. If anyone's got any recommendations for kind of July, August time, then I'm all ears. I was probably skipping ahead a bit there, but in the next 2 to 3 months we're travelling back up to the North Island. Probably planning on selling the van. I'll have to do a van tour before I do that. We haven't actually seen the van yet. Selling the van and popping over to Australia, as I said. Really enjoyed the trip so far. I'll probably do a video of kind of an overview of what we've done and where we've been to. I think it's been a good fit from this side of the world. They're really chilled out here. Everything kind of response to everything is it'll be okay. There's no kind of urgency, or everyone's really chilled. I think it's probably more of the same in Australia. But obviously they've got bigger cities like Sydney and Brisbane.
Bigger population.
Yeah, bigger population. I think the culture is well suited to someone like myself and probably you, in that they're quite active, early risers.
One of us is.
One of us is. Last thing on the list is about what I'm aiming to do this year and next year. Focusing on the 70.3 distance. I don't really want to go longer, and obviously ticking off some bucket list races as well. But yeah, I really want to kind of specialise in 70.3 distance. I find that's a good mix between a little bit of speed and also that endurance factor as well, where I think Ironman you can't really have that speed. So really kind of knuckling down now in the next couple of years just to see where I can get to in the sport. I think kind of going all in on triathlon, and eventually over the next couple of years I want to try and get down to like a sub 4 hour 70.3. Now that won't happen this year. I think maybe in the next couple of years I think I could probably get a chunk of time off that. The last thing I wanted to mention is some goals for this year. Hopefully qualify for the Ironman World Champs. Hasn't been announced yet. I think it'll come in the next couple of months. But that's at the Sunshine Coast one. Hopefully get to somewhere between a sub 4:15, which would be nice. I think the PB at the moment is 4:33. At Vitruvian last year, where I did have about a 15-minute mechanical, so hopefully I can kind of have a good race and everything go well and get under the 4:15. Sunshine Coast as well, really fast course as well. And I'm probably in the ballpark of a solid swim. I think not awful, but definitely not at the front pack. But I think the work required to get to that front pack would just be a waste of time for me at the moment. I think I'd have to swim every day, and I think I'd probably put some eggs in some other baskets like the bike and the run, where I can probably gain a little bit more time. I think coming out 28-29 minutes, you're not kind of out of the race there, but you're not at the front as well. As I say, the bike and the run is probably where I'm going to put most of those counters or eggs. Yeah, especially in New Zealand as well, where I found the bike sessions to be like really easy in terms of getting out there and doing the work, because the courses are just stunning, amazing. A lot of the roads are chip seal, so the roads are a bit rough, but I'm kind of used to that now. A lot better than the UK, must be said. And then the obviously the run, I'm doing a lot of work, doing a little bit more trails, and yeah, cracking on. So all over, I think I'm chipping away at all three very slowly. So I hope that gives you some context on what we're going to be doing in the next 3 to 12 months. Yeah, if you like the video, give us a like and a subscribe.